Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth and I'm here with the Crescent Creation channel. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me today. We have a Crystal's Creation and Ms. Dawn in the chatty chat. Oh, look at Miss Bethany. Hello, hello. So last Thursday, we made this beautiful snowy background with the Frosties Lawn Fawn set. Okay, that's this set here. These little Frosties. Beautiful, beautiful styles of snowflakes. We used quite a bit of them. And then we used some Simon Hurley inks and did a beautiful blend and some splattering with some white splatties. Yep, now you see me. I was sharing the links because I am late today. I do apologize for that. Was out house hunting and got a little behind. But so we're gonna pull out our handmade paper that we made. I pulled out the circle and medallion. Okay, these I'll be cutting out of white. I might do a blue black, I'm not sure, but we're gonna, this piece here, we're gonna cut two small rectangles. And the reason I'm doing two small ones is because I don't have a long rectangle and I need this to go across the card front. If I can find a card front here as an example. Ooh, you know, we might even get away with using one, cutting it in half, because I wanted to put, I might need a smaller medallion, because I wanted to put the, oh no, that might work just fine. Yeah, look at that. We might just need one of these because I want to put the medallion and then have my snowflakes back there. So that might work beautifully. Okay, and then we're going to use the little snowman and the small little stamps from that set to put in our circle. So we just need a white piece for that. And then our card base, you guys, I was really inspired by Jennifer Mcquire. She has a video. I forgot to link it. I'll put it in the description after the video. She made vellum cards. Like, she used a strong piece of vellum, made her card base out of that. I wanted to try it with some acetate. So I've got some acetate here, so I'm going to cut that up the side here. So I need my bigger chopping block. We're going to cut it 4 1/4 and then leave the length on it as it is. Okay, so we're going to do this is weird not being able to see it exactly. We're going to do 4 1/4. Okay. And you're going to want a thicker acetate. They do come in different mLs. I think this is a 5 ml. It may be too thin, but I think it'll still be really cool. And then, where's my score buddy thingy? Well, I can't call it a score buddy because he's not a buddy, but where's my scoring thingy? There's you, there's you, there's you, there's you. If I was a scoring thing, I'd be right behind me. Making stencils out of I think it's 7 ml. I'm not 100% sure, Bethany. I will try to remember before. Oh, I gotta open this. before we finish, I'll look on my Amazon for the thickness that I bought for my stencils. And then little blue tool, there you are, actually put you away. So we cut it 4 1/4 wide, so we're gonna score it at our 5 1/2. And we want to be careful because it's acetate, because it'll bounce us right out of there really easily. Okay, it's got a nice little line, so I'm gonna flip it and fold it. Maybe. Yeah, it's folding. It's a little weird. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird. Just burnish that down. Oh, look at that. It burnished right nicely. Oh, look at that. Look! Ha-ha! It's not as strong as the vellum that Jennifer Mcquire used, but that, I think, you know what I'll do is we'll put a piece of our designer paper at the top and the bottom and through the center, and then that should help it stand up a little bit better. So let's see what we can do with our creativity. And actually, this medallion, I'm gonna see, I might downsize it, and then I'm gonna put this piece of paper in here just so we can see that that is a piece of acetate. Because our little snowman that we're using, our snow mouse, he's just a little guy, so we probably don't need this ginormous. Yeah, we can definitely downsize. So I do apologize about that. Let me remember where I got those. I do believe those are Hero Arts. Is this a stitched? Is that Hero Arts? You'd think I'd remember. I just pulled them out. So embarrassing. Okay, think. Who are you? Come on. Unknown. Those are those. Come on. Where are you at? There's you. There's you. Not you. Okay, so I'm not sure what I did. Okay, so we'll forego the scallopy because I can't find what I need, but we are gonna downsize. So if I do like this one and maybe this one, because then he would still fit in there. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. And then that still goes over that. So we'll be able to cut this little rectangle in half. Gosh, I wish I remember my brain, you guys. You guys have those brain days like you just had it and then you don't remember what you did with it. So lovely, so lovely. Okay, so for this little piece, we want a nice chunk of snowflake to go in the center there. So we're going to decide where to put this. And I want to do it so that I get the most use out of my paper. And if we look right here, if we frame this one and then we cut it in half, we'll be able to put a snowflake on either side. So that'll be fabulous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really decide, because you know I can even put that at the bottom, or a little 1/2 inch a piece. So I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to cut this in half because no matter what I do, I want some panels, and I do like working in the 5.5 by 4 1/4. So we're going to cut this at the 5.5. Okay. Just like that, we cut our beautiful paper. And this side, if you want to do a bigger card, you can definitely do your 5 by 7 out of this. You could do slimline, or you can just use it for parts and pieces, which is what we're going to do with this piece here. And I'm going to chop off. I'm going to chop off yay amount, so that when I run this through my little chopper, we're gonna push that back just a wee bit, chop that off, and then we're gonna put that on there and cut that off right there. Just eyeballing, you guys. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just need it big enough that our die covers it. Okay, Dawn's right there with me. She's got those days all the time, right? Like, what's going on with that brain of ours? Okay, so we're gonna cut this right in there. I'm gonna make sure that my stitched lines get all around there, like so. Scooch that back just a teeny bit. Make our little sandwich. And then we're going to send this on through. We're going to send it through this way this time. Nope. That did not work. Okay, let's try this. We'll do it this way. It was sliding. Look at how cute. Ha ha ha. I love my little sidekick. So we've got our beautiful stitch die. Okay. And then we've got our circle, which we'll see a little bit of this. That's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to cut another chunk. Ooh, look at that. It actually fits. Another chunk out, which, you know, would not be a terrible idea if we send this through, because we'll have all this beautiful blue and stuff in there. So yeah, we're gonna chop that down. Get this right on the edge, because I think, actually no, we're gonna cut this one out of this corner. We're gonna get that right up on the edge, because that's like barely gonna fit. Okay, make sure my paper fits. And then our little die is gonna go right in there. Just like so. Get our other plate. Sandwich that right in there. Make sure everything's as good as we can get it. there's that. And then we're going to do our center circle just out of some regular paper. So we're going to snip that right off. Okay. That'll work fabulously. Get that. Just a lot of thinking and getting your idea out there. I guess I could go there because then I have room for a sentiment if I want, which I usually don't, but that's okay. Send that through, and then we've got our little circly bit for our snow mouse. Oh yeah, see, we can actually see quite a bit of those snowflakes. And then our little snow mouse is going to fit right in there. This is going to be so cute. Like a little medallion. This would definitely be better with the scallops, but, you know, can't find it. So, use what you got. Use what you got. Make it look cute. Okay, and then we also need, see, these are our bits left out of that half a sheet of paper. Okay, and we are going to, I was going to say it, we also had another little bit, okay, which we're going to, we need one extra bit in, I'm thinking, okay, because it's acetate, right? So we need to think just a momento. So we're going to have our decoration here. We're going to need a white strip to match in the back. So that'll be great. And then we're going to put a little strip there. And I think if we put a little strip there, that might be cute too. So we might just need a couple of these strips. Do the front and the back. Which we can definitely get some strips out of this. And then our white strip. Is this chunk white? Oh, look at that. We have a chunk that's white enough for that. Because this will be our writing area. That'll go on the inside. Okay. And then we're going to have this piece. We're going to cut that in half. Which is then going to house those bits. Ooh, you know what? I don't like that on there. We might just stamp and fussy cut that guy. With a kind of a whiter border. But I think that would be cute. You guys could even do, if you don't want to stamp, this piece could be like a big snowflake or something to put on the center. Okay, so we're going to omit this little guy. I'm not happy with him. But we need to make sure when we cut this, that's going to go right to the edge. That's going to go right in the middle. So I should be able to cut that right there. Let's find out. So we're going to cut just right. Well, what size is this? This is a little over 3 1/4. So 1 1/2 and 1 1/2 is 3. So a little over. We're just going to cut it right in half, I think. Ooh, I was close to being in half. And then we're going to cut this strip down. Hello, Debbie J. So this strip needs to be as wide as our other bits. So we want to make sure that's the same width, even a little bit smaller, just not bigger. We don't want it sticking out. Or we could. That might be interesting. Let's see what it looks like just a little bit bigger. Because then when the top flap is closed, it'll have a white border. I don't know. let's find out. Okay, so we got that rolling. So here's our acetate. No, this one is. Here's this. This will be on the inside, which I totally forgot to cut that down to 4 1/4. Because that's what our card is. 4 1/4. Like so. Okay. We're going to glue that right here. Like so. Then we're going to do this one there. This one there. Like so. This right in the center. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. And then our little mouse we'll put right there. Now for gluing, we're going to see glue. When they lift this up, they're going to see glue. So we're going to do another strip of this to hide that. And then we're going to do a second one here to hide our glue back here. So we need a total of 3 of these. A total of 3 of these. So let's cut a couple more. And I do believe this is 4 1/4. Let's find out. 4 1/4. Okay, and then we're doing these, which is 4 1/4 as well. Okay, 4 1/4 by, no, that's not right. Oh, I'm such a dork, such a dork. We need to chop it, Elizabeth. That is 2 1/4. 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. There we go. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Chop. 1, 2, and then our third one. 2 1/4. And I'm just using regular accent opaque, nothing fancy, nothing fancy. Okay, so we're gonna start with our back one, because everything will kind of line up to that. So we're gonna grab our glue. Okay. And then we're just going to grab our acetate and get the little dusties out of there. Put that right in the middle-ish where we want it. There we go. Flatten that out. Okay, so that's our first piece. And then we're going to glue our second piece. This one here will be our writing piece. Can write on this one. And we're going to try not to wiggle too much. Get that glued right there. Aha, look at that. Look at that. We got that one going. Just fabulous. Okay. Love that. Okay, now this part here, we're gonna glue this one. Now, in order to get a good line up, I was watching Miss Jennifer Mcquire, and what she did is she laid this piece on top of where the other ones are, right? Get that all nice and lined up. Okay, the glue is facing up so that when I close my little door, she made this look a lot easier. When I close my door, that will grab that little piece. Okay, look at that. All right. So that, and it stands up. Woohoo! So now that's glued, and I should have been more careful with the glue because I forgot this doesn't go all the way out, but I think it'll hide most of it, but that's okay. So now we we're gonna glue our little stitched pieces. Remember, don't put your glue where the stitches are because it can ooze out, and we don't need oozers. No oozers today. We're gonna put that right there. Okay, we're gonna put this one right here. Look at that. So fabulous. Okay. And then this one, because it sticks out, okay, we're going to see it a little bit on the back side. So we want to be careful not to put glue on the tippity tops. So I'm just going to kind of go right in there. Okay. And then I'll know that right here and right here are my gluey areas. So we're going to set that right there. Adjust that a little teeny bit. Okay. And this is some editing ideas. I mean, I love it like that. I'm just loving it like that. I don't think I want to put these pieces, but you could totally take and make 4 pieces of this and wrap it around all the bottoms. Maybe if you have a scallopy edge or something decorative, but I'm liking mine without it. Oh, I'm loving that. Okay, and look, remember that circle we cut? Don't toss it. You know, it might come in handy for a mask or something. You might need it later, but that little scrap it left is perfect for a little mouse. So we're going to stamp our little mouse right on there. Okay. And I'm going to use some alcohol markers. So I'm going to grab out the Memento. Okay. And then we're going to stamp our snow mouse. Yeah. Yes, Dawn, when I was struggling with this, said someone else always makes it look easier. And yeah, she totally made it look so easy. Okay. Look it. And I don't know if you can notice the small detail, but the eyes, nose, and buttons, they're not circles. They're not like button eyes. They're like coal eyes. Like they got a little piece of rock or a little piece of coal and put those for the eyeballs and the buttons because they're oddly shaped. They're not symmetrical. And I just think that's just icing. Just icing right there. Mouse poop. No, 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 no. Okay, so now it's snow, right? Our snow mouse is made of snow. So what you're going to want to do is get one of your lightest grays. You'll probably prefer a gray with a little bit of blue in it. This one is Glacier Blue. So when we test it, it actually has a blue undertone. And I love this one for the snow stuff. Now, snow is white. Okay. This is going to be some of the easiest coloring ever. Pick a side. Left, right. Doesn't matter. Just pick a side. I do prefer to go down the left side. It's just how I am. So maybe if you're a lefty, you're going to go down the right side. I think it's just easier to hold the paper and do that side. So we're going to, not at the very top, because you know if there's a sun, this is going to be a bright spot. But we're going to come from the bottom of the ear to almost a little over midway. Okay, we don't want that shadow to go all the way up. And then we're just going to follow the rest of it all the way down. Okay, and then when you come to the bottom, you're going to curve it and lift up your pin so it fades out towards the middle, okay? And that will help you kind of tuck that shadow in. So you're going to start with your pen flat, come lighten up on your curve and aim over your black, and it will help it kind of fan out, okay? And you can do that at the tip of the ear as well, maybe, if it's going to show. Okay, now we're going to do the under bits, because under his scarf he'll have a shadow, and then under the tails, okay, and maybe a little bit under the eyes, the nose, and the button, just to add a little bit of color, and then maybe right there, and that's it. That's all the shadowing, and now he looks uber white. Okay, and now we can add color. So you can decide what color. I've got a lot of blues and purples going on, so I'm gonna pick something that's not blue and purple. So let's go with a nice red. This one's a crimson red, maybe with the red. So we're gonna maybe do that one for, pick one for the shadow. We're going to do this one for the darker side. So just like the mouse, we're going to do the left side and then a tiny bit across the bottom, under and left side. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to take our brighter one or lighter one and just pull it across. And then if you feel you took away too much of the dark, which I do feel that, I'm just going to add a little bit back in. Just like so. Okay. That was funny, you guys. There we go. And there's our cute little doodads, 403 and 410. Okay. And it's a little bit hard to see, but there is a shadow there. Okay, nothing fancy, nothing fancy. And then we're just gonna fussy cut this little cutum out. And you're fine. You're so fine. Just take your scissors and drive it across. These do have coordinating dies, so if you're not a fussy cutter and you don't have a scan and cut, you could totally get the die set. There is an affiliate link for Crescent Creation there, so you can go see what they have, if they have stuff on sale still. And then regular priced items, you can save 10% by using code Elizabeth Creates. That code will save you 10%. But it has to be regular priced items. So if it's not working, it might be because you have some sale items, in which case you can message Neha to combine your orders of regular priced items and sale items. And then I just need to finish off this.